Enter the world's biggest indoor theme park, Warner Bros. Abu Dhabi, and you'll be transported to awesome worlds of action and adventure, whimsy and wackiness straight out of your favourite cartoons and movies. Come along. On our Persian Gulf cruise, we stopped in the port of Abu Dhabi. We decided to take an excursion to Warner Bros. Movie World. During the winter months, the indoor theme park opens at 11 AM daily. We had a whistle-stop tour of Abu Dhabi landmarks before heading to the park for rope drop and opening. As this was a ship excursion, we had to be picked up around 3:20 PM to head back to the ship. You can do this trip on your own by taxi and make your way back to the ship afterwards, but we found this to be enough time to do everything we wanted. Grab your stomachs, it's time for us to spin, flip, and be transported to adventures with our favourite cartoon characters and movies. As we head through the ticket barrier, it's Orthodox Christmas and the decorations are still up.
So today we are going to Warner Brothers Abu Dhabi. We're spending the time here. It's a massive indoor theme park and it looks really, really cool. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll show you what's happening.
We head into Warner Brothers Plaza, which is the central hub of all the different realms.
Oh, bedrock. Where did we go? MGM Studios. No. Oh my god. Bugs Bunny and the Christmas outfit.
My first port of call is to get my picture taken on the main stage with Bugs Bunny, who's dressed as Father Christmas. We're big Marvel and DC fans, so our first realm would be Gotham City. As we headed towards Gotham, we went into the DC superhero store. There's some really cool merchandise in the store. We did look at a few things and decided that we'd get this before leaving rather than carrying it around with us for the whole day.
I know it's cool, isn't it? The Joker. Hey, Wonder Woman. Get ready in a minute, kids, because we're going to be entering Gotham City. We're going to we're walking into Gotham.
Gotham is extremely dark inside and looks amazing, you can see that from the video. The main street is lined with a few shops, including Harlequin confections and Cobblepot formal wear.
Oh, Mayor Road. World famous bat signal. Oh, subway station. That's a Cobblepot where everyone knows Cobblepot was the penguin. There's some rides here somewhere. Let's see what we've got here. Got the Batman Dark Knight.
But our first stop was at Wayne Enterprises, and our first ride of the day would be Batman Night Flight. As the park had just opened, there was a 5-minute wait time, and we literally just walked through the main queuing system. We were stopped for a few brief seconds to watch a video. We were then asked to step inside a lift that would take us up to our interview in conference room 52. This was quite a cool experience, quite a lot of different things happening, some interaction happened, we were scanned, then they said recruits are scanned, and then Batman came on and talked to us about a helicopter crash and that we were going to support him and find out why the helicopter had crashed.
Welcome to Women Tech Job Fair. Your interview is scheduled for conference room 52. Scan complete. Candidates recognized. Security access granted.
Good to hear. I've been watching you since the minute you stepped into this building. You are all tech experts, but the world cannot survive on tech alone. It takes more than just the guys. It takes smart people using them to make a difference. People like you. So let's see what you can do right now. Welcome to the team. I'm looking at that tower flash. Something I haven't seen is bad. And with the escape level inside, it can't be a coincidence. This isn't an explosion. He's doing something else. From that. I suspect it was a joke we broke out of our tonight, and this is the first step in a larger plan. I need to investigate the helicopter crash site to determine what that device can do, and you're unwilling. You'll be my air support. It's about time we gave this thing a real field.
From here, you come out, you walk along a corridor to get into your ride vehicle. I did have to use my GoPro on the rides because the cameras had to be secure. There was a garage-style door opened and we saw a ride vehicle that could hold up to 4 people. We jumped into our seats, pulled down our safety harnesses, and then it was time to experience Batman Night Flight. The car moved down a little and it tilts back at this point. It did feel like it was going to be some type of slingshot-style ride, then it moved fully backwards and then we were moved and tilted more. You move along a track facing upwards and following this helicopter around the night skies above Gotham City as we do help Batman pursue his fiercest foes. You will just see highlights of this ride because there are quite a lot of dark parts in this. Also, I think because of where I was sat, because I was on the end, you don't always get to see as much.
Docking procedure complete. Flight systems at 100%. Tobacco building established.
Welcome to the front line of the war on crime. Keep a sharp lookout. I'll try to get you as close as possible. Please, I remind you again about the perils of piloting drones while driving. Later, anyone. We're approaching the site of the chopper crash. Let's take a closer look.
High frequency signals detected.
Control device. What's the Joker up to? A new toy to play with.
Mind if we drive?
Firewall corrupted. Joker's taking control of your drone. What does this button do?
Weapons targeting.
Really pathetic. What's normal, Batman? Molly and I get to keep you all to ourselves.
Let's drop in on a friend of mine. You got me a sniper like you. Hey, Papa.
Became a teacher. Brace yourself. What a sudden drop in temperature.
Thrusters frozen. System critical.
Looks like I'm the new owner of a good scrap to melt down.
Thruster defrosted. System reboot complete.
Show's over. Now, get out of here now. Whatever you say, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am pleased to present your grand finale. Shut this off, Joker. Or we all die. It's too late to change the ending now. This whole place is about to explode. Slow, save yourselves. Now got them CPD, the Joker's ready for pickup. I'm only getting started. It's gonna be a long night. I take it the trim wings aren't quite ready for drive time yet? Still a couple of security bugs we need to work out. One more thing. Nice job there, team. Keep an eye on them, anyone. They need their help again sometime.
Powering down primary flight thruster.
To see you all made it back in one piece. Please remain seated as the control returns to the docking position.
As we disembarked the ride, it was time to walk through the obligatory gift shop named Park Row Pawn Shop. We headed back out into Gotham City. We walked around to where the Joker Funhouse was. We didn't enter because it had a 20-minute waiting time, but we just left it for kids because we didn't think it was going to be that great. Oh, it's just a walkthrough thing with slides and stuff in it. There are game stalls in this area. There are 2 other rides in Gotham City. There's the Riddler Revolution, which is a disco roller coaster, and the Scarecrow Scare Raid, which is, I think, a Zamperla Air Raid ride. Both were not open at this time, so we're going to revisit them a little bit later in the video. As we leave Gotham, we head towards Cartoon Junction. As we head into Cartoon Junction, we go on to Anti-Mayhem, our second ride of the day. This was another walk-on. This is a trackless ride. You have to pop on some 3D glasses, grab your shooter to rock up points, delivering Acme passages to an Acme Employee of the Month.
Training had to be cut to 10 seconds. So move it. The duck will teach you how to scan.
All right, recruit. Stand those packages with your skin. Just aim and hold it. Hey! Yes, it's on. Now listen here, Buster. You've got a big order today, so don't send packages somewhere else. What a way to run a railroad.
Looks like your first deliveries are here in Cartoon Junction. Just scan all those targets. Hey, pay attention. You got an in-home delivery coming up.
No
excursion. There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
Look, bud, there just ain't enough room for the two of us. Of course, you'll realize this means war.
Oh, Tony, you landed on Mars.
Unfortunately, I'm wearing my disintegration-proof vest. You're despicable. A little help, please?
Where'd you go? Pause. Oh yeah, there's one last delivery stop, so scan as much as you can. This route ain't over till the fast loading sings.
Oh, yes.
I will do it with my fear and magic.
This is actually dispatch control. Well, at least the delivery trucks didn't
Not as much as you.
Immigration rate this time. Nice work.
72,800.
That's good enough to award you Employee of the Month. Congratulations.
Oh, look.
Don't expect
Oh.
to get paid or anything like that. Dispatch control out.
I thought the ride was quite cute, it was a lot of fun. Marvin the Martian was there, and he did ask, "Where's my earth-shattering kaboom?" Acme Factory was another fun house and a couple of small thrill rides for children, so we just give that a bit of a miss. We then decided our next ride of the day would be over at the Museum of Mysteries, where we would join Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Inc. gang to search for clues to solve a mystery in this family-friendly spooky ride.
It's my life's work, but sadly, I have to close it. I never used to believe in ghosts or monsters, but something is scaring everyone away.
Don't worry, Professor. We'll investigate this mystery.
Like, leave it to us to run into a haunted museum on our way to the beach.
Okay, gang. Let's split up and look for clues.
Looks like the Professor has an extensive art collection. I think this place might really be haunted.
Like everyone over here, it's the safest.
it'll be us in the air, won't it?
Wait a second. Go back.
Why? Should everyone smile and wink? Hello? Time to say goodbye.
This room contains the mysteries of science.
There must be a clue in here. Maybe I can reconnect the power to help find it. Jinkies! I must have pulled the wrong wire. This ought to do it.
We all get different monsters.
Who knew science can have so many ghosts?
That was Fred.
Maggie, help! It's a ghost!
My glasses! I can't find my glasses! Watch out! This ghost can conjure fire! And he will ruin my hair!
These exhibits are getting too hot. Let's go.
Look! Behind us! The fire revealed a secret passageway!
Let's hope it leads to the kitchen.
Someone's been using this hall to set traps. We'll need to set our own trap. If this goes here, and that swings out from there, then all we need is the bait!
Nuh-uh. Not me, man. Try asking Scoob.
I'll Scooby-Dooby-Doo it. Great, Scoob. You deserve a Scooby snack.
Wait, maybe I can help. Can I also get a Scooby snack?
Sure, Shaggy. After you find the ghosts and lure them into the truck.
Okay, here goes nothing. Found the ghost.
Doors open.
He's right behind us. I'm gonna need a handful of Scooby snacks after this.
Lots of Scooby snacks.
Which way out of here?
We're open through different doors.
Maybe if we're quiet, they won't hear us.
You have to be quiet, Shaggy. Those ghosts just don't know when to quit.
Don't worry, Dad. Our trap is all ready to go.
Come on, everybody. This way. The trap's all set. Just lure the ghost into position. A little more.
Now, gang. And the villain is...
But why?
He wanted the museum's treasure all for himself.
So he make the exhibits being haunted.
Using these props to try and scare everyone away and shut down the museum.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
For your help, everybody. Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Again, this was just another trackless ride, but it was really good fun. There were some really good bits of it, but you do need to go onto it 3 times and sit in the 3 different mystery machines because they all have different monsters and characters as you go through. What was interesting with a couple of the rides, there was no gift shops at the end of them. So you came off and you just walked back into the main areas. As we came outside the museum, Tom and Jerry were standing outside the entrance to their ride, which is Tom and Jerry's Swiss Cheese Spin. The ride wasn't open as of yet. I did have my pictures taken with Tom and Jerry, and you can see they were quite playful trying to get on the camera. You'll also see the Cartoon Junction carousel with the favourite classic characters from Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera. As you leave Cartoon Junction, heading towards Bedrock, you come through Dynamite Gulch. So we got on the Fast and Furious, which is the Wile E. Coyote roller coaster to catch the Roadrunner. The coaster cars are really coolly decorated like Dynamite. It's a suspended coaster, it's really short, it's only about 30 seconds in length. Unfortunately, don't allow filming on it, even though my GoPro was strapped to my wrist. There are 2 other rides in this section. You have the Jetsons Cosmic Orbiter and Marvin the Martian Crater. We didn't go on these again because there's like a spinning rocket ride and some dodgems, and the queues were like 30 minutes and it just really wasn't worth waiting for.
people behind you. I don't even know where we're going on.
The next area of call was Bedrock, so it was time to take in the prehistoric sights and sounds of Bedrock with everyone's favourite Stone Age family, the Flintstones, on the Bedrock River adventure. This 5-minute log flume had quite a nice story, Fred and Barney leaving work and then the whole family going to the Bedrock Festival. Whilst the last drop is not that big, it does give a big splashdown and you do get a little bit wet. after we dried off just a little bit, it was lunchtime, so we decided that we would stop in at the Bronto Burgers and Ribs. There are meal deals that you can get if you have the Yas Island app on your phone, or you can buy them alongside purchasing your tickets when you do that online. So the food does seem a little bit expensive when you see the prices in Arab Emirates dirham. However, when you convert it back to pound sterling, it's actually about average for a theme park food outlet. We decided on a Bronto burger each and a drink and a portion of onion rings between us. That came to around about 160 Arab Emirate dirham, which is approximately £37 sterling. The burgers were huge, they were very flavoursome, they were cooked to order, and the onion rings were really lovely. When we looked at it at the end, we said it was probably worth the money that we had paid. I went back on the river adventure after lunch because my camera didn't work the first time and I wanted to get some footage. After the river adventure, we left Bedrock and ended up back through in Warner Brothers Plaza. We then headed through to Gotham again, and then to the left of Wayne Enterprises, and headed into Metropolis.
Civic Auditorium. See what's down here. I suspect it's toilets. It's just bathrooms. There's something inside the Metropolitan.
Liam, I found the secret door.
Green Lantern. Flying Theatre. It's Teen Titanic. Yeah, it's just a walkthrough thing.
Here we enter the Justice League Hall of Justice and onto the Justice League War World Attacks ride. This ride is similar to the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure in Florida. It was a bit more rougher than that one and extremely intensive. It felt very similar to the Batman ride of earlier.
It's a ride of some sort.
Welcome to the Hall of Justice. We hope you're excited to be a part of our community volunteer outreach program. We are the Advanced Research Group United Solutions. Through our government programs and local security initiatives, we aim to create connections between civilians and superheroes to make our communities stronger and safer. Through our grassroots programs in newer neighborhoods and dedicated volunteers such as yourselves, together we are
Figure out ways to use all this tech for the greater good. Like me, for instance. I'm actually human just like you. Just with you. Perhaps. I can talk to machines the same as I'm talking to you. And that talent comes in handy when I want to interface with vehicles like this boy here. This shiny new toy is the Javelin 7. It's the official vehicle of the Justice League.
What about one? There's no prison on that thing hold him. We can try to get a phantom zone. That's risky. But it could work. We need the phantom zone projector set up. But it needs Superman's DNA. Phantom zone. Like mercy.
So I got my picture taken with Superman outside the Daily Planet. As we decided to head back from Metropolis to Gotham, I bumped into the Green Lantern. Just had to get a picture with him as well before heading on to my next ride, which was the Green Lantern Galactic Odyssey. It's a 3D flying theatre, and again, no videotaping was allowed. The 3D elements of this ride were quite fun, but it's quite intense in places, particularly for young kids. After I came off, as we headed back into Gotham, I rode the Riddler's Revolution ride, which was really cool. It was good fun, although my Apple Watch kept flashing and asking me if I'd had a fall. I actually didn't think it was that rough on it, but it must have been if my watch was telling me that. The ride is a disco roller coaster. It starts inside a large warehouse. It comes out at the end of the building through some green smoke and up its spike before returning back inside the building. My final ride of the day was on Scarecrow Scare Raid.
This is an experiment in terror. Are you ready to face your deepest, darkest fears?
This ride is extremely intense. The car I was in, the seat next to me was out of order. I can only say there was too many times though that they held you upside down or rotated it very slowly, and the airtime was amazing but extremely scary as the blood rushed to your head. After coming off this ride, we went back to the DC superhero store. I purchased a cool Superman carry-on suitcase. Paul got a couple of things for his colleague. It was then time for us to have a toilet stop, leave the park and head back to the bus to get back to the ship. So I hope you've enjoyed your time with us here at Warner Brothers Movie World in Abu Dhabi.